Let's graph linear inequalities. Number 1. Y is greater than -2/3x minus 1. Step 1. Convert the linear inequality to slope-intercept form if needed. This linear inequality already has the y isolated with an x coefficient and a constant. This is already in a slope-intercept form. Step 2. Graph the boundary line. To graph the boundary line, we use the slope and the intercept. This boundary line will cross the y-axis at -1 and has a slope movement of down 2 and 3 to the right. Down 2 and 3 to the right. Down 2 and 3 to the right. We now see that our boundary line will follow this pattern, but we need to determine whether we should draw the boundary line with a dashed line or a solid line. Because the inequality type is greater than, we will use a dashed line. The ordered pairs on the line will not be solutions to this linear inequality. How did we graph the boundary line? We graphed the boundary line by first using the intercept and the slope movement from the linear inequality in slope-intercept form, and then we determined which type of boundary line, dashed or solid, based on the inequality type. Since it was a greater than type, that meant that we used a dashed line. Step 3. Shade the solution region. The solution region will be shaded above if this is a y is greater than type of inequality, and shaded below if it's a y is less than inequality. The inequality type y is greater than are shaded above the boundary line. How did we shade the solution region? We shaded the solution region by looking at the isolated y and the inequality sign. Because its y is greater than, then that means that the solution region will be shaded above the boundary line. You are now ready to graph the linear inequality in problem number 2.